Live, boys and girls. We are live, that's right, with my very first Blackburn Rovers show. It's a phone-in show, fan phone-in, Rovers Rant, and we are live. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe. You want to show for Blackburn Rovers, world football, we got it all here under one roof. What we're going to do today, hopefully, I don't have to do much talking. Hopefully, it's all down to you. So what am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Big shout out to the members. Big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. So where are we? We're going to jump into this. It is my little setup here. We've got Lupita in the house. Alexander Haben in the house. We have a link on the screen. If you want to talk about Blackburn Rovers, get on the bloody horn right here, right now. We got lots to talk about, actually. If you are a vocal Rovers fan, of course, we've got the start of the season tomorrow. We've been busy on the transfer market, and there's of course the a couple of little statements that were let loose this week. We just had the Chat GPT statement from the owners kicking off the season, but we also have, of course, some statements made by one of the fan forums. So if you are a Rovers fan and you want to have a little chat, Tubbs will have a win. Whoever it is, just there's a link on the screen. It's also in the description. Click on that. You'll go into a little room. You might be, other people might be in the room, and then I'll drag you one by one, and then we'll have a little chat. We'll just talk about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you some of the statements that were thrown out there today. So let me just get ready, because I have it ready for the most part, but I need to do some computer jockeying around here. So let me, I've got that all wrong here. We need to set that up to go down to maybe this machine here. And then we're going to go in there. Maybe Mr. Haben's in the house. I don't know. Anyone want to get in there just to kind of show them the ropes? That would be absolutely fantastic. And I'm still juggling stuff around here. Give me a minute. I've got about 18 bloody monitors rolling through here, and I'm just trying to see if I've got things rolling. So while we are waiting for our first amazing caller, we are going to go and have a little read ourselves of what I'm jabbering on about. Where the heck is it? Where I got it listed there? Is it there? I want it down there. It's that screen right there. There we go. I've got it figured out. There we go. So this was a coalition statement. We're not going to take a little look at or we will eventually take a little look at the ChatGPT nonsense that was made by Rovers' supposed owners. We'll see. But anyway, this is a coalition statement. Of course, there was a lot of back and forth out there. I don't know if we should really go down this rabbit hole. Maybe we should talk more about the start of the season. But I thought I'd talk about it. It might be a bone of contention for some people out there, and that might ruffle some feathers up here as well, which would give you more goosebumps. Shearer video or the Collier video. Well, hey, Collier, if you want to jump on, use the link. If you need the link, I'm going to put it on the screen one more time here. It's Cutley/ Call Me Dirk, it's called. Call me Daddy. Call me Dirky. That's what I should call it. Call me Dirky. That's right. Jump on there. It's also in the description. And hope just test it out. I need someone actually to test it out. But anyway, let's go back to the coalition statement first. Yes, I do have that Shearer video pigeoned, or at least bookmarked. For later on, maybe if we want to take a look at it. Anyway, coalition statement. Of course, this was Blackburn Rovers supporters group. There's some disgruntlement out there at the moment with some minutes of a meeting that were doctored in a way. But anyway, let's read the statement and see what we can say. Coalition statement. As we approach the start of the 2025 season, the Blackburn Rovers supporters group would like to express our full support for Valérien Ismaël, his coaching staff, and the playing squad. We are looking forward to a season ahead and wish them the very best of luck. The fan base stands firmly behind the manager and the players. Can you put link in comments? I can try. Let's try this. See if this works. Give this a shot. It's a good idea. Call me Dirk. How about that? Check that sucker out, and I'll keep an eye on you, see if you pop up, because I don't even know if it actually works yet. But anyway, so the Blackburn Rovers supports group backing the club, or backing the managerial staff, the coaching staff, etc., etc. However, our continued passion for the club also demands that we speak clearly about the serious off-field concerns which remain unaddressed. The issues strike at the heart of how Blackburn Rovers is run and represented. Leadership and governance, the leadership and the governance of Blackburn Rovers. Well, they say, and their quote, "We call for the immediate appointment of a competent and experienced CEO who will be empowered to run the club professionally on the owner's behalf. This role must be allowed to operate within or without interference," I'm testing my grammar here, "or being undermined by a special advisor. Past mistakes where people with no football knowledge and questionable motives must be learned from. The club needs strong independent leadership to move forward, with the CEO committed to improving supporter relations in line with upcoming regulatory changes." I cannot get past the prove I'm not a robot bit to get in. It just keeps on repeating me. Well, I don't know. You're gonna, I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see if anybody can figure it out. Maybe that's, of course, this is, of course, our first crack at this. I was hoping to incorporate Twitter Space. No way into phone chat. Did I get it right? Well, what about if I just give you the direct link here? Let me give you the direct link here and see if that does something. How about this? It made me download an app. Well, try that. Try that one out. Okay, this is working like it worked last time. It worked with Pete jumped on. Anyway, I move forward. Loss of trust in Suhail Pasha. Supporters have consistently voiced a lack of trust in Suhail Pasha. His continued influence is a source of division and frustration, and fans have repeatedly called for his removal. Unless and until this happens, supporter unrest will continue. The excuse of being badly advised cannot be used any longer. The one constant throughout Venky's ownership is Pasha. The relationship between the ownership and the fan base cannot heal while this issue remains unsolved. So this is the Blackburn Rovers supporters group. It's not my words. I'm just reading them. I want to get them out there and maybe, of course, get some discussion going, whether it's by text or hopefully by voice. Meanwhile, we go transparency on legal issues in India. For over 2 years, there has been no clear or honest communication from the ownership regarding the ongoing legal issues in India. This matter continues to cast a shadow over the club, and we will demand full transparency of its current status, implications, and resolution. We have been repeatedly told it is having no bearing, lost my place there, on club operations or financing, despite all evidence to the contrary. We deserve the truth. Now, going back to the link here, try this link. This is a little bit more of a gamble. This may force you to put your video on, but I'm going to put that out there if anybody is brave enough to do that. We finalize here the final paragraph of this: women's team strategic clarity and accountability. Let's have a look at this. The decision to cut funding for the Blackburn Rovers women's team early this year attracted widespread national and international criticism, damaging the reputation of our club. We are seeking a clear strategic plan for the future of the women's team and an honest admission of who made the decision to cut the support and how it was allowed to happen. This episode highlighted a serious failure of leadership, and supporters want assurances that our club's commitment to equality and development across all levels of football will be more than words. Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, we got more. It doesn't end there. It's a 2-pager. And we continue. We make these calls not out of hostility, but out of deep care for Blackburn Rovers and its future. We want to see a club that is united on the pitch, in the stands, and at board level. That unity will only come with professionalism. We have Michael about to join us in 1 second. Let me just wrap this up here, Michael. We want to see a club that is united on the pitch, in the stands, and at board level. The unity will only come with professionalism, transparency, and respect for the supporters who have stood by this club through everything. After 15 years of financial mismanagement, we have broken promises, lack of leadership. The supporter base will no longer accept claims that this time it will be different. It is now in the best interest of the football club that the owners begin the process of seeking new ownership at the earliest opportunity. Owners who are capable, committed, prepared to restore pride, stability, ambition to Blackburn Rovers. Now, we're going to try and add you here, Michael, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Just give me a second. I've got to do a little bit of magic here somehow. And if I can push you, how do I get you behind? Move you back a layer here. Okay, let me do that. Well, let me just do it like this. Let me do it like this. I'll put it in there. Okay. All right. Where are you? Why aren't you there? You
Can you
there?
hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Let me know if anyone can hear Michael in the comments there. Let me know you can hear him or not. Michael, what is your thoughts or opinion on that statement by the Blackburn Rovers supporters group? Did you manage to read it yourself? And of course, and the events of today with regards to the Alan Shearer video and the fallout from that, and then of course the what looks like a ChatGPT statement from the owners.
Okay, so I guess the statement made by the supporters was they really outlined that they're supporting the team and the players and the manager, which is good. To be honest with you, for me, it's all a bit too exhausting at this stage. It's the day before the season. You've got I'm optimistic, excited to see new players. I kind of don't want to go down the route again of going through all this listening to negativity about the club and Pasha. And I understand this has been going on 15 years. I don't live in Blackburn, so I don't get to any of the games, and I know it's a deeper issue for people who live there. But yeah, come on, like, what are we going to do? Just keep going at this for the rest of the season? Like, I don't know. That's not something I want to go look forward to. Like, it's kind of life's short. Let's just watch
It
some
is.
football. Like,
Yeah, I hear you, and there are some voices out there that are more hot-headed. I would say hot-headed, or at least negative Nellies than others. And you know, it's a double-edged sword here. I can understand the frustrations and everything, and the lack of presence of the owners, and it doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. But then also the negativity by certain folks out there can also, you know, make it such a bad and toxic environment. And I don't know how long. Yeah, you just look at I know there's certain clubs with certain owners these days that even Sheffield Wednesday, with the madness that is going off with them. There at least there's a little bit of light in the tunnel there with those guys, because at least the owner wants to sell. I don't know how close or if they will get sold, but at least there's the possibility that they could get sold. But with Rovers, it just doesn't seem to be an ending with these guys, and
yeah,
everybody's.
like, I mean, nobody knows what the hell is going on. Like, why are they still here? I mean, but they are, and we're still like we have never missed wages as far as I know. Everyone's getting paid. Um, they're not going to any games. Nobody knows why they're putting 20 million into the club every year. And I don't know if they were to leave. I mean, you could get lucky and get an owner that's good and involved, but I don't think that's just going to change the fortunes of the club either, because there's other rules and limitations and restrictions that just don't work, just make it difficult for a town club to compete. So I mean, the championship this season to me looks like it's a pretty good league. It seems exciting. You've got some good teams now in it, and Birmingham and Wrexham add that extra bit of flavour to the whole league. So I think I don't know. I just, with that whole, when Eustace left, it just became, everything was so toxic. Ishmael came in, everyone hated him, wanted him sacked. And it's just like, Jesus, it's just the day before the season. Can we not just not go down that road straight away? Because
Yeah, well, hey, I'll tell you for one, I've always been Mr. Big Valish, my biggest fan from the get-go, and I'm excited that he's here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what a pre-season under him can do. What do you think? What are your hopes and dreams, or what are your expectations for Blackburn Rovers heading into the start of the campaign? Are you excited from the signings that we've made, and do you give us a chance to compete really with those playoffs?
it's so hard to know. Like, I mean, last year we were not thinking we would do anything. But then we got off to a pretty good start, and then it kind of built from there. It's like we've lost a lot of players, but are they really big players as well? Like, I mean, I don't know if we can. We don't really know how good Toth is in goals, really. So he could be really good. And then you get off to a good start with a good goalie, confident. If Ohashi gets going early, get a goal scorer. It's like all the signings we've made. Like, I mean, nobody knows really like what they're like because they're foreigners. But that's what kind of makes it interesting to me, anyway. Like these guys are coming in and they're happy to be coming in. Like they don't care about any of the Venky stuff. They don't know about probably. So yeah, it's exciting to see them coming in and wanting to play. And I think Cargbo was a pretty good pickup. He looks like could be a steal for the price we probably got him for. And I do want to say, for considering we've no Waggett left and whatever, but I think Rudy Gestede got a lot of grief, but I think he's doing a good job. Like he's coming in there with probably very little experience, it seems like, but he seems very comfortable in his role. He's done some interviews. I think he's been pretty impressive in his interviews that he's done, and he seems to be wheeling and dealing nicely there. I mean, which is what Blackburn needs to do. Now, the proof will be in the pudding when we see some of these players, but like it's not easy to sign players ahead of other teams in the championships because we don't pay the wages. So you got to take risks, and yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing Axel. Initially I thought he was going to be on the right, but it seems like he's more of a number 10 Cantwell replacement. So he could be thrown in tomorrow. Yeah, because Cantwell's not playing.
Yeah, I did hear that. That was he's a frustrating player as Cantwell. He seems to be very injury prone. You look at him wrong. Look at him wrong. If you look at him with a weird eye, he gets injured. So Axel could provide the right firework up his arse, up Cantwell's ass, to maybe when he does play to stay on his game and get the best out of him. So I'm in agreement. Is it a game too soon for Axel, do you think? I know, has he been here enough for this week to be able to...
Probably not. Like, I mean, he's only arrived, and but I mean, would you play him instead of Tijon? Probably. Would you? I mean, you probably would. Like, he's big and he's strong and physical, which is what you're going to need against West Brom, I think, away on the opening day. Unless they decide to go with Ohashi in the number 10 and Akhtar Gay up front.
Yeah. What about the Irishman, McLaughlin? What do you know about him? Anything? Because all you Irish people know each other, right? Of course you do.
No, I actually never even heard of him until we signed him. I was like, "What? Is he Irish linked?" And I was like, "Oh, he's from Cork, and he actually is legitimate, like Cork accent." But I mean, he's not going to be that good. Come on, like he's coming from Hull. Like he wasn't a standout player for them, so he's not going to be like an amazing signing. Everyone seems to think he's going to be steady, but like Hull didn't seem that bothered about selling him, so he's not going to be amazing. So maybe that's a position that we're going to be a bit weaker. I think centre half. I think Porton, he's only coming back.
Well, and Big Val is in charge, of course, on paper officially. But if you were in charge, what would your 11 be for the kickoff against West Brom tomorrow?
I think it's kind of picking itself. I know. Would I put McLaughlin? I don't know. I think you're probably going to put Wharton in. People seem to think Scott Wharton's going to start with him. I think the Aussie guy is going to play right full. I think he's going to play tomorrow. I think Lewis Miller is going to start. Left back, I mean, can't think of it. What, Pickering, or sorry, what's the Portuguese guy's name?
Ribeiro.
Ribeiro. I mean, he seems to prefer Ribeiro. Both of them are kind of similar. I don't think there's a whole lot between them. He's probably just going to go for Travis and Tronstad, and he seems to be picking Denev on the left and bringing on Cargbo, so he might do that again. And on the right, Hedges, and then that's that number 10 position. I don't know if he would. I mean, McToygay this was probably his best game was against West Brom last time, so maybe that would be the move to put Ohashi in the number 10 and McToygay in number 9.
Yeah, and what about the final bit of the transfer window? Do you see Lewis Travis being sold before the window slams shut? Putting you on the spot.
No, I don't think so. I think that it's kind of like, what are you going to get from him? You know, are you going to get 2 million for him? Is that enough to like? What are you going to replace him with? Another kind of a 1 million player? He's got a big influence in the team, in the dressing room, and I feel like if we start losing like Travis, Gay, and Callum Britton seems to be a big personality as well there from the videos, kind of taking away a bit of the soul of the team there. And I don't know, I think we need to, it's probably worth keeping on to him, even though I don't rate him that highly, but he seems to he's a good man, I think, to have on the field. He's wind-up merchant, and he keeps the team taking over. But yeah, I think he'll still be here. I think the two of them will still be here, and maybe one of them will sign a contract before Christmas, an extension, Tronstad and him.
That would give us all a big old smile on our face to try and keep one of our assets moving forward. What about wrapping it up for you, Michael? Appreciate you being my first guest on the Rovers Rant. And
I couldn't get on the other link there, Derek. I had to download an app, and then it wanted me to register. So I don't know.
And then it said, "Give me your bank details, right? Give me your bank details, Social Security, all that kind of stuff." For my Nigerian
so
uncle.
I did that.
Yeah, good.
So I did that, and then everything just went black.
That's right. But if I was to push you for a score prediction for tomorrow against West Brom, what's it going to be?
I mean, I take a draw. I take a 1-1 draw.
Me too. That's where my mind's at. Michael, you're a superstar, and I appreciate you giving up a bit of your late night Friday. Any closing comments before I let you duck out of here?
Right winger. Who are we gonna sign?
Well, the talk
we can't rely on Hedges. Like
no. I don't know why he keeps getting the favoured. Well, there's no other option really. But the link is with this another Japanese fella, Fugurashi, who was on Birmingham's books. I'm on the fence about that. I'm not too sure if that is the right answer. There was other talk. If you start looking around on the forums and things like that, there was some nonsense talk about Mahrez. I wouldn't even go there, but there was some talk about this English lad who's playing in St. Pauli in the Bundesliga. He was on the books at Bolton Wanderers a couple of seasons back. The name escapes me. He's a taller fella, and of course the profile of the players that we're after is quite tall, so he fits that quota. So he's also been mentioned. And then after that, I don't know what other options are, but it does look it's not been ridiculed by the local journalists. So it does think the Fugurashi guy, who unfortunately has 2 back-to-back relegations on his resume. So
it seems 2 million. I think they signed him for 400,000 or something from Transfer Market from Birmingham, which seems like and he only played like 15 games or something last year. It looked like for them. I'm like, how does he jump for 2 million?
I don't know. I looked at somebody that we bought the other day. I think even Cargbo we got him for, I don't know, whatever, and then his value is like shot up now to at least 2 million or something like that. Mayoshi has been, I think the Fugurashi Mayoshi, I think is, I don't know. It's one of those names, but so that's the name that's been bandied about. So hopefully we will. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if I want to sign him. I'd rather have him than nothing. So that's the current name bandied about at the moment. Michael, I'm going to let you go. You've been amazing.
Okay.
Superstar.
Kirk.
I'll catch you later. Bye.
See you, bye.
So that was Michael. He plugged in there. He tried to join via the Discord. Cutley Force call me Dirk. Try that out, people, if you want to give it a go. I am just dropping them out there. I'm also going to put on the link here in the chat. This one right here. If you want to do what Michael just did. And if Alexander Haben is still there, try that link, Alexander Haben. While they are trying to figure it all out, I am going to go back over to this and have a little look at, it was mentioned earlier in the chat there, it's the ridiculous statement that's made by the owners or supposed owners. Where's Marco Formica these days? Is he still playing? I don't even know. I don't even know if he's still playing. But this is the message, alleged message from the owners. Well, I'll see if anybody is brave enough to join me on the chat. So this was made earlier by Mr. Balaji Rao, one of the Rao brothers, alleged, aka ChatGPT, middle name at ChatGPT. So they say a message from the owners. This year marks a historic milestone as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Blackburn Rovers Football Club, a moment of immense pride for everybody connected to the club, to Rovers. It is a time to reflect on our rich heritage, honour those who have shaped. Haben is here. We will get there in a minute. In fact, I'll read it. Just hang in there in a minute, Alex. We'll get chatting to you in a second. It is time to reflect on our rich heritage, honour those who have shaped our country and look ahead with ambition as we continue to build for the future. As the 2025-2026 season approaches, there is a renewed sense of purpose and optimism at Ewood Park. The recent additions to the squad reflect our determination to strengthen on the pitch and build on the progress made last season. Under the leadership of head coach Val Ishmael, we are confident the team can rise to the challenge and make this landmark year one to remember. We extend our very best wishes to Valerian, our coaching staff and the players of the season for the season ahead. With the passion and the backing of our supporters, we believe we can take another meaningful step forward together. Thank you for the continued loyalty and support. We look forward to welcome you back to Ewood Park during the special anniversary year. So that was the statement made by Balaj Rao. I'm going to try and get to the man, the myth, the legend, Alexander Haben here. So hopefully you are there. You're not going to be on the video. There's no video today. There's no video, Alex. You don't get to show your good looks, but hopefully we can hear you. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you can hear Alexander Haben in the house. He's there. He's driving right now. So that's another good reason why we don't want him to be on video.
I'm parked.
He's parked.
I'm parked.
So kick off tomorrow. Brand new squeaky clean season. What's your take on Blackburn Rovers right now? You're feeling? Are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? What's your vibe right now?
I think apprehensive is kind of the vibe I'm feeling right now. Apprehensive, plus because I'm driving up there tomorrow.
That's true. You're all going,
and I need to get there early and try and nab a parking space.
Now, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk
about the reserve sign.
Yes, remove the reserve sign. But you are going up. You're going to meet up with the boys and all that. John T's not going. So now your charming handsomeness has to be the man that's going to have to try and grab me some Blackburn Rovers memories. You know that, right?
Okay, that's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
Just been set.
If you can snag like 5, and they could be 5. It could be like really short ones. Just go up to some people, say, "Hey." You know, especially if you're in good company, you'll smash it out the park. Anyway, that's that. Anyway, so you're going tomorrow, heading up there.
I'll do my best.
How long's the commute?
I'll do my best. It's 2.5 hours, so I'm going to leave as early as I can, around 9 a.m. I just want to make sure I find a parking space, basically.
Yeah,
because I've heard it's a nightmare. It can be a nightmare. So parking. So the earlier I get there, the better. And then I can grab some lunch, and just as long as I'm parked close enough to the stadium, then I can chill.
That's right. That's right. And do you have you got a rendezvous place for the other Jacob and Denver? Meeting up with them.
They haven't set a rendezvous as far as I know. I need to get in touch with them about that. I'm just focused on getting there as early as I can, and then I'll be like, "Where are you?" Basically.
Are you bringing your lady friend with you?
No, it's just me on my own this time.
Riding solo, bareback, as they say. Getting in there.
One way to put it.
That's one way to put it. So last time you went to saw Rovers, what was the scoreline?
Last time I went and saw Rovers.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Was I there?
Well, I can't get that. Was that the last time?
I can't remember. I don't think you might have gone again since.
The one that sticks in my head is the away to Bristol City where we got hammered for some reason.
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Hopefully you don't have one of those again. Hopefully it's a win or at least a point. Come away with something out of the match.
Exactly.
I'm
excited.
You're excited?
Yeah, I'm excited in a way to see the new players. I'm hoping enough of them will feature.
Mm-hmm. It does feel like a brand new era for Rovers. You know, I know a lot of the old guard left. Well, it's not that many that left, but it just feels like brand new for Blackburn Rovers. We've got new right back. Toth seems to be the main man between the sticks. Yeah. You've got Ainsley Pears and his hair implants. You might catch a look at that. You never know.
Yeah, but Pears is still number one, isn't he?
Well, so let's talk about it. That's a good conversation piece. That so. I think from Blackburn Rovers fans' point of view, Toth is going to be the regular starting goalkeeper for Blackburn Rovers. But on paper, the squad numbers do show Ainsley Pears as the number one. So what can we read between the lines with this? Can we read between the lines that Ainsley Pears will be sold and that number one jersey will become vacant and then someone else will take it? Because that's what I'm thinking. Because if Toth was going to be your number one, you would give him the number one shirt. So if Pears is made surplus to requirements, then he's probably going to go, which will vacate that number one spot. So maybe there is some kudos.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to rock the boat and not upset Pears. I don't know.
Well. He's had a bit interesting summer with his trip to Turkey, so he's decided to vacate his boldness and decided to go to the dark side.
Yeah. We're at one with it, aren't we, Dirk?
We are. Even though mine's a style choice, I decided to shave mine off. It's not forced on me. Maybe I could do with a trim myself. So you are going. It's going to be great. So who are you looking forward to seeing the most? Again, we've had some new additions. There's the new Australian fella down the right back. There's also Ryan Blues, who also can play at right back. We've potentially got Sidney Tavares, maybe midfield. The Axeman could come in as well. Who else have we signed? Am I missing somebody? McLaughlin's come in. Denev on the left. Who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
That's a tough one because they're all pretty much unknown. To me, they're unknown quantities, really, most of them. But Lewis Miller sort of intrigues me because I think he's going to be a right character, and he looked like pretty handy. He reminds me of Vinnie Jones in a way. Yeah. So we'll see what he's like.
Yeah, he does look like a good character, and hopefully he can get off. And it's all about for me, this game is, I think we do have a right sticky start to the campaign. We got West Brom this week, Birmingham next week, Bradford City in the middle, which is not easy in the cup, even though they're a division below us. I just think, if we can get off to a great start, and a great start is, I'd like, if honestly, if we can get 4 points between the next two games, I will be well over the moon with that. But how's your confidence level in regards to that? We just saw Birmingham play today. They just picked up a draw against Ipswich Town, which was a little bit of I don't know. I didn't know how to take that. I didn't know how to take that result. Who won? Who kind of would have left? I think Ipswich would have left that with a better smile on their face because they were losing for a good part of time. What's your take on the first two games for Rovers?
So, it's a tough one tomorrow, but it's not. I don't think it's impossible. I think, I would expect players to take a bit of bedding in time, but hopefully they can just, turn it on and produce something that West Brom can't handle, hopefully. But my concern would be defensively. I think defensively, I just feel like we're going to miss Danny Bath. We're going to miss that kind of that level of defender.
I agree. I agree. I think he was solid, and we know is solid, and maybe Derby don't really know the true value of his presence at the back. He's a solid defender. Of course, his legs aren't what they used to be, but his experience was brilliant. And we've exchanged that for McLaughlin, which, again, like Michael said earlier, don't know really too much about the fella. But hopefully, again, there are rumours of a right winger and then also another centre back. I just think we could do with a more leader at the back there, which can at least provide some more. Look, if we had McFadden, I know McFadden's even older now, but that kind of a player, I think there's there was a Cooper fella who was on Leeds books. He went to Bulgaria. He's now released. I wouldn't mind seeing him come in just to kind of have that presence. What else? I was going to ask you something else there, but I've kind of gone off the boil here, off the tangent. But
striker.
Well, it would be nice to have an extra striker, but I think we're focusing on that right wing, and maybe I would say right wing, centre back is probably the only two additions that we'll get in regards to full-time permanent additions, which I rate. And again, Michael mentioned it earlier. Of course, our surprise, our sort of first person on the Rovers rant, giving credit to Rudy and all that guy and all that sort of stuff, trying to be a little bit positive, which I appreciate that, because it can get a little toxic out there. But my understanding is there's only two permanent positions, and I kind of always had a little gripe to say about bringing all these loanees and not really. We're strengthening these loanees for other clubs, and the other clubs are going to benefit from us. We might get a little bit of joy out of them for half a season or something, but they'll go back. I want players to sign for the Blackburn Rovers badge. And when they come in, week out, they're playing for that badge.
Me too.
So when Harvey Elliott was fantastic, I loved him when he was here. But I knew at the end of the day, he's going to go back to Anfield, get a lot of money, and he'll have an established career. What else? There was. I just was hovering over another point. I do think we will loan in some players, and we might loan in a forward.
And loans, they hurt when they go.
We get attached to those players, and then like
Owen Beck.
Well, yeah, maybe to a point, but like Van Heck was a big one. I think Van Heck actually expressed a desire to return, which is he's gone on to amazing things. Is now playing for the Dutch team. So what I would like to say is the Axel move, the bringing in Axel. What a pickup this could be, because he's signed a 4-year deal with another year extension. That's like 5 years. When have we last seen something like that? It's always been a 2-year with an option or whatever with this, or not bothering. So kudos for snapping that up. As long as he's good, hopefully he's good. If he's shit, then we're stuck with him forever, like we were with Joe Rankin Costello.
He's got to be good with that name. He's got to be good. Come on.
He's got to be Axel. Bring me the axe.
Sounds like a rock and roll legend.
Might have to go buy myself some inflatable axes. I need to find my Yuki Ohashi band, wherever that is. But are you confident? Confident about tomorrow?
I'm confident enough. Yeah, that we can do so. Yeah. I think we can rock the boat of West Brom.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm also a little bit. I know I shouldn't be looking ahead, but the Birmingham game. I'm glad they did not win today. I did predict them to win. I thought they would win, but I'm glad they didn't, and I'm kind of glad they kind of not choked, but fluffed their lines at the end. It gives us a little bit more confidence for next week because they seem to be in a good frame of mind and they're spending a lot of money and whatever. But honestly, I don't know if you managed to catch any of the game wherever you've been, because it looks like you've been out and about.
No, I missed it. I've been working and.
But there was not. I was not that blown. I think it's definitely rusty. They're definitely looking rusty, both Ipswich and Birmingham. And again, this actually rolls full circle now back to where I was trying to go to here. I think we're playing West Bromwich Albion at the right time. I think we're playing at them. I think they could come good under Ryan Mason. I just think right now they're still trying to figure him out, figure the team out. And I think also one of their main defenders is being linked with a move to Italy, so he might not play tomorrow. So,
that'd be good.
We got.
I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the timing is better for us right now to play them. Even though it's away, but I think like we're potentially in a better place squad wise, and Valerian's had time to get things going his way. He's had that extra time, so hopefully that pays off.
Indeed. Well, Haben, Alex, have a good evening. Get yourself to bed. Get result. And any closing comments before I let you bow out of here?
I don't know. Do you think we can actually do it, Dirk? Do you think we can actually make it a little bit, make it to 6th at least, and stay there?
I honestly, I think we look. It's not out of the question. I think looking at the league, I look at the league, and I think there are maybe 4 teams I'd say are on their own. They're kind of like untouchables, and they're going to be a little bit too clear for us. I do think there's going to be a couple of spots open in the playoffs, and I do think we could be in that conversation. If people are rightly tipping Millwall for the top 6, why can't we be in the top 6? So I think if we can get through this transfer window, keep Travis, keep Schonstedt, and hopefully get some good news in regards to some contract situations with those, then I think getting some positivity around Ewood Park, that could be massive. And it would also be if the owners were to cough up a little bit and pay the price, or get the club captain, Lewis Travis, signed on for another 3 or 4 seasons. It will be a statement signing. It will be a belief from the owners. It will be a belief that the appreciation that they're listening to fans. And then and then that will roll onto the fan base, and we'll get hopefully a little bit more positive juices as well. So yes, that's my. I think it's doable, but it's a long road. Hey, but safe out there, safe drive, get some memories. Go say hello to Jacob in Denver and keep him in control. Don't let him get too drunk, and bring home the bloody points.
Yeah, I'm not drinking, by the way, because I'll be working the next
bloody
day.
Driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Respect.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll keep him in check.
You keep him in check and tell him to get me my memories, and make sure Denver presses record.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to drop kick him out of there. He's out, I think. He's gone. Haben is out. If Philly Pete or anybody else was to jump on you, I've got about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to do the move one more time. We've got the Discord. If somebody wants to try that out, that'd be great to see if it actually does work. If you don't want to go, it's okay. I'm just going to drop this link in here. And yes, if you haven't checked out Philly Pete's Oscar-winning performance, check out Twitter, because he's dropped an absolute cracking video as well. So yeah, earlier today there was an Alan Shearer video about him bigging up the season, kind of encouraging those who have yet to renew your season tickets. So someone's got a sweet spot in regards to Alan Shearer, like a little fast track sort of stuff. So it was a little bit of a dark art to see by the old Blackburn Rovers Twitter admin to kind of say, goosebumps kicking all off at 3 p.m. or whatever, kind of give people some false hope. I never read into those sort of moans and groans about, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. It was kind of a little bit stupid to believe that they were going to something weird, something cool was going to happen. It's just a video. It was always going to be a video. But check that out. Of course, we'll be live tomorrow as well, about an hour before kickoff. We're gonna. I don't even know what we're going to do in that hour. We might do a little bit more of this. We might do this. Maybe I can fine tune the old Discord and make it easier for people to drop in. And maybe we'll get to see Denver, Jacob, Haben, who are all treading the grass or the boards or the concrete or the cobbles of the Hawthorns tomorrow. So maybe they'll drop in for a quick fly on the wall. Of course, we'll have the team news to talk about. Maybe some surprises in there. I do feel there's going to be a surprise. And we could talk about that before. Let's wrap this last few minutes up, because Cantwell is apparently a no for tomorrow, which is concerning. And we talked about me and Michael earlier in the show here. I'm leaning back because my back hurts a little bit, and it's my house. I can lie back if I want to. But we talked about who gets that spot. That spot's up for grabs. I think that probably is the only the question mark about that. Is it Maktar Gay? I think Maktar Gay, that's a good point. He was a handful in that last match, but if you do go down that road and start Maktar and Yuki, you don't really have much in regards to other options on the bench. I always like to have that plan B. And we kind of saw that in the friendlies when we had Denev start. I think we will start with Denev. I think we'll start with, it's going to be Hedges on the right because there is no other option there. We'll start with Trav. We'll start with Tronstad. Maybe we start with Tavares. Maybe we start with 3 in that midfield. And maybe the Axeman will come on at halftime. I think Tavares is just going under the radar. A lot of people forgetting that we actually signed that guy. But we spent a bit of money. I think we spent the most money on him. So he's got to feature at some point. So we could go for that 5-man sort of thing there with Yuki up top. Then we'll have Maktar on the bench. Then we'll have Kargbo on the bench to kind of have a little bit more beef. And then Tijuan as well can come on for 15, 20 minutes. I don't think he'll start. It's a big game. You kind of really want to get something out your first game. You kind of want to get off to an okay start. I do think Tijuan will start against Bradford City. I think a lot of the guys will start that, the McLaughlins will start against Bradford City. I think we'll go. This is my team. I think we're going to go tough between the sticks. We'll go Ribeiro left back. We'll go Scotty Wharton, Dom Hyam, and then we'll go. I think maybe Lewis Miller starts tomorrow if he's fit. I think he's also going to be a refreshing change for us into the midfield. Travis Tronstad. We'll go left to Nev. We'll go right, Hedges. We'll go Yuki. But who's in that 10? You could actually maybe even start Kargbo in a 10 as well as a central. You know what? We could do that, but that's 2 kind of small men up top. Well, Yuki's not that small. Isn't he like 6'2"? Or is he that tall? Shall I look that up right now while I'm thinking about it? Yuki Ohashi. How tall is that geezer? And again, that's another thing. If we were to get that Fuguashi fella, it would be another Japanese geezer. 181 centimeters tall. What is that in thing? He is 5'9", just shy of 6 feet. Can't ban a chat owner or moderator. What? That's me. So, it's a question mark. Who gets it? The Kargbo's an option. Maktar's an option. Tijuan's an option. Those are the attacking options. But I think you kind of want to have some little plan Bs up your sleeve. So Tavares could be the guy. The Axeman could start. Actually, when you think about it, maybe even Buckley could start. Who knows? Maybe Buckley gets a final crack of the whip to prove his worth. He could play it as well. So, he's got squad number, as does Ainsley Pears. Anyway, we've done about an hour. This was okay. We've got a little bit of technical snafus. Appreciate Michael giving up a bit of his time. I appreciate Mr. Haben giving up a bit of his time. We'll be back. This is hopefully a weekly thing. We'll try and do it every Friday. Friday night, we'll have a little Rovers rant. And I hear a lot of the people's comments earlier about less of the negativeness. It is a rant show, so we're kind of trying to unwind and just kind of, unleash the demons that are within. So it can be a little bit of a negative Nelly fest. But for now, day one, match day number 1, Rovers Rant 1. Tomorrow, this is over. We'll have, of course, a possibility of a phone in tomorrow with the pre-game, and we might see a Rovers fan or two. Anyway, you guys are all absolutely amazing for joining me late night, ranting about ranting. That's right. And I'm about to rant off. I've got to get the dinner on, maybe watch a movie, something like that. Get an early night for tomorrow night. Anyway, you guys, amazing. Ciao, ciao, ciao.